There's only one house in America that is legally haunted. Like a court literally said that it's haunted, like under the law. So here's the wild story. Starts in Nyack, New York, 1989. There's a woman named Helen Ackley. She lives in this beautiful old Victorian home right on the Hudson River. I don't know anything about New York. She moved in to raise her 4 children. How many fingers are you holding up candy for? But it wasn't your average family home because it wasn't just her family living there. Well, maybe they were the only ones living there. Anyway, Helen didn't hide the fact that her house was haunted. She was very open about it. She claimed she had multiple poltergeists. Poltergeist. And they were not shy. She said there was one ghost that would wake her kids up in the morning by shaking their beds. And another one would leave gifts, like little coins and trinkets that they never brought into the house. And people believed her. Like, people really genuinely believed her. So much so that her house was like a stop on like haunted tours for like Halloween. Every Halloween. Locals knew it was haunted. Newspapers knew it was haunted. Even Reader's Digest ran an article in the 70s about it. Eventually, Helen decides to sell the home. She tells her real estate agent to be upfront about its history. She's like, you need to disclose it. Tell people that this house is haunted. She's a fair lady. She's like, full disclosure, let people know it's haunted. But guess what? The agent doesn't say a word to the buyer. He doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to make commission. He's like, I don't care who buys this house. I don't care what they know. So enter a man named Jeffrey Stambovsky. He's a man from New York and he falls in love with the house. He puts down over $32,000 on a deposit, which in today's money, it would be about $80,000. But somewhere between the offer and closing, he finds out that it's haunted. Not from the agent, but from Helen herself. Jeffrey freaks the fuck out. He refuses to close on the house. He tried to like back out of it, but legally he's locked in. And if he chooses to walk away, he'll lose his deposit, $80,000. Well, at that time, $32,000. Either way, I mean, gone. So of course he sues. In legal terms, he wants to undo the whole thing. I think it's called rescission. I'm not a lawyer. Here's where it gets good though. The case makes it all the way to New York's Supreme Court. And the judges, they had fun with this one. They used phrases like, as a matter of law, this house is haunted. Or, the plaintiff isn't expected to do an exorcism before buying. And also, let the buyer beware, but not of poltergeists. They were really trying to be cute. They had fun with it. And in a moment that made legal history, the court sided with Stambovsky. They ruled that because Helen had publicly maintained that the house was haunted, she couldn't just pretend it wasn't when it was time to sell. She said that she created the haunting in like the public's eyes. So the house was legally haunted. And it is the only home in America with that designation by court, like by law. Apparently they teach about this in like law school. The case is Stambovsky v. What was her name again? Ackley. And now if you sell a haunted home in New York, you legally have to tell the buyer. All because of this one spooky, messy fight in this haunted house filled with poltergeists. Here's my question. Would you buy a haunted house? Would you live in a haunted house? What would you do if your dream home came with ghosts, like in writing? Let me know in the comments and follow for part 2. Next, I'm going to tell you about the only legal case of someone being unalived by a ghost. And yeah, that's a real thing.